There's other theories that say like personality is an evolving thing that happens over time,
Mm-hmm.
but it happens like at these critical moments in life where you overcome like a certain challenge in that string of time. I say that to say is if you have the ability to keep going back and you never move forward with the existing time and the existing challenges of that time, your personality is going to be impacted.
Yeah.
So the idea of your identity, if your identity is what you think about yourself based on your experiences, if you're losing the experiences, your identity has to change along with it. I would say, yeah, it has to make a difference.
I dig it, man. That's tough right there.
And
So
maybe, and to your point, maybe that's why the last version of Nick. All right, I can get what you're saying now. I had to think about it. I get you. Maybe that's why Nick is like, eating cat food at the end because he's jacked around with his experiences too much. All right, I had to talk myself into it. No, I got there. Okay, cool. I see where you are. I got you. I got you. No, that's a good point. That's a good
oh,
point.
that's
I got you. Okay.
crazy. Speaking of
Okay.
Nick, now like we mentioned before, Nick is forced to deal with some very painful choices. Does he fight to restore, that relationship with Janine, or does he acquiesce and fight for the relationship prior to that with Alex? When does holding on? We hear all these songs about, I'm holding on to your love. I'm down on bended knee. Come back to
Yeah,
me,
all that.
baby, stay. Um,
Yeah,
when
some
does
stuff.
that holding on become more painful than moving forward? Should he just let go of the past and accept this new reality that he's developing?
Yeah, it's tricky, man. Because in this movie, Nick knows that there's some like, even though he gets like that nonsense picture of
Yeah.
Janine
Mhm.
that looks like what your kid does when they're playing with your
Yeah,
phone,
that
like that type
film,
of
yeah,
thing.
that recording he got.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that. But what the recording showed him was there was something that he was trying to remember.
Mm.
And I think like even the title, the needle in the time stack, like needle in the haystack,
Hmm.
is like that idea of like hay itself is like comfortable, but if
Yeah.
there's a needle in there, it's gonna prick you.
Hmm.
And I think like that prick in his mind was like, dang, there was some reason why I
Yeah.
thought it was important enough to get this time capsule,
Hmm.
and he couldn't let go of it. Right, to his credit. So I think I understand why he did it. But for the average person in real life, I think that
In
like
real life.
in real life, I think that you have to treat your experiences as like a necessary part of your evolution.
Mm.
And if you don't move forward, then you're not going to evolve. So like you have to do the hard work of moving past your disappointments and your victories.
Mm.
Because you can't, like it's funny, like one of these guys I was talking to last week was saying how you don't live off old air.
Ooh.
Like you take a breath in,
Yeah.
you got to breathe it out. You got to breathe in again. If you try to live off old air, you'd be dead.
It's
So as
true.
long as you're around, you got to keep breathing new air. You got to keep moving forward. So it's hard, but you have to forget. You not forget, but you gotta forgive and move on from whatever your experience is. And the hardest thing to forgive sometimes is yourself. So
Mm. Yeah.
that's the thing that really keeps us usually frozen in time, especially when you have like situations where people are like, oh, this one that got away and all this kind of stuff. Like, yeah, okay, I get that, but they got away for a reason. You know what I
Mm.
mean? And you made those decisions. You got to believe that there's something better for you
Mm. And better for them, perhaps.
and better for them, perhaps. Yeah, because like Alex is good.
Yeah.
She good, and Nick and Janine might have a good relationship.
Yeah. Yeah.
They might. Maybe
Yeah.
she only likes rich dudes though.
This is true. Maybe she got a type. Maybe she, maybe, it's
Maybe they got enough money for
yeah,
it.
you know what I mean? Like she's monkey branching, you know what I mean? Like, hey, something to be said for it. Something to be said. So my last question for you, sir, is if you could go back in time, would you? And if so, where, when, and why? And elaborate if you can,
What I
please.
do.
Yeah, what would you do?
Yeah, man. This is the thing, man. I was really sure of my answer on this, and then you made me feel bad because of what you just said about Biff from from Back to the Future. But I would absolutely go back in time to about 2007, 8, and tell the version of me like a letter
Invest
slide under the
hard.
door. It would say, "Buy all the
Yeah,
Bitcoin
you.
you can." That's what it would
I
say.
knew it. I
It
knew
would say that, and that version of me would be like, "Bitcoin, what's this?" And
it.
look at it. Hopefully, he'd be like, "Oh, Bitcoin is 32 cents. I guess all right, buy all of it I can."
Yeah.
Look, it'd be much different. We
Different.
wouldn't be doing this podcast, right?
No, we be filming movies, yo. We be filming movies.
Hey, much different, right?
Yeah.
Right. We be making needle in the time
Yeah.
stack. Cynthia, come here a second. Look, on this scene, right? The blocking is like it'd be completely different reality.
Yo, let me holler at you for a minute.
Cut. Let me see that. Like, give me the binocular. Hey, I got this idea. We're gonna like show the scene, but it's not gonna be no volume behind it. Yeah, please don't let me get that because that's that's what I'll be doing. Get some Bitcoin, change the whole game.
All of a sudden, I'm hearing "Change the Game" by Jay-Z in the background now.
Right, I'll be Jay-Z. Be like, yo, CJ, where you get them locks from, man? It's my new program, man. Anyways, all right, man, let's get to the popcorn, man. So popcorn. So
we having
popcorn
too
for
much
me,
fun
man.
with this movie, yo.
So popcorn for me, man. I'm giving it 3 boxes, man. The cast is really good. Like I had some problems with the timeline thing, but overall, I wasn't like mad because I watched it. It was good. Good little story, man.